Alright, let's take a look at how we can customize our uninstaller. As you can see here in the uninstall pane, we've got a variety of different options available to us. Most of the settings that are available for the original installer, basically. So that's kind of neat. We can affect the screens, the actions, and so forth. If we go into the screens area, you see there's our uninstall screen, and we can go ahead and edit it and customize it and so forth. What's important to remember when you're doing this, though, is that this uninstallation process might be occurring, up to 2-3 years after installation, and the user might not remember what you were doing. So it's important to not get too elaborate with your themes if you're trying to continue a theme from your installer, or at least to be aware of this process. Alright, let's go ahead and just create a simple customization for our uninstaller, which will make it more visually dynamic. First, let's go ahead and publish or actually we don't have to republish. We have our installer sitting here. Let's go ahead and install what we had installed, our last installer, and take a look at what the uninstaller looked like. So if we go to our program settings, headline grabber, uninstall headline grabber, you can see it's just a simple windowed application. It carried our original theme, so that's nice, but at the same time it's not necessarily that dynamic, certainly not as dynamic as our clouds background. And we can go ahead and uninstall, just very simple. Let's go ahead and take a look at how we could carry forth our clouds theme into our uninstaller. So if I go to our uninstall background tab, I'm going to click on the show background window, and I'm just going to choose kiosk. I'm going to surf to our clouds JPEG and open that again the same way I did before. And I'm just going to actually go ahead and remove the information in our text areas here just to make it consistent with our installer, and that's really what I'm trying to demonstrate here. We'll press OK, and then let's go ahead and publish this. Now what's really important to note here is that other installation software doesn't allow you this level of customization. Setup Factory 7 is the only installer that I know of that will allow you to really customize your uninstaller to this extent. So for example, when we run this application and we install it, we've got that nice theme that we set up, but now when we go to uninstall it, we get that same theme back, and as you can see, it's just beautiful. And again, it's just another way of setting yourself apart from everybody else. Now, whether or not there's value for that or not in the sector you're in, certainly your end users are going to see value for that. So, for example, if I'm installing and uninstalling, a variety of applications throughout my work week, which I am, when I see something like this, it really makes me remember. It makes me look at that logo a little closer, and it makes me think, wow, these guys are really neat. They went out of their way to create something that was just a little bit special. So at any rate, that's one simple customization. Now, that's not the only customization we can do. Of course, we can go through here and we can affect the settings for our uninstaller, and in addition here through these other tabs, we can affect a wide variety of things. For example, the shortcut, how it's logged, here from our control panel, what information is displayed and how it's displayed. Here, of course, we're leveraging session variables. And again, here it gives you choices whether you would like to list the uninstall in the add or remove programs, a list of the person's Windows control panel, and so forth. So these are a wide variety of options that I encourage you to go through and actually try out. For example, allow silent uninstall might suit your project better than not, but obviously it's beyond the scope of this video lesson to go through each and every option. We just looked at one option here of how we can visually bring our uninstall in line with our installer, but I encourage you to go through and take a look at some of this other finer points here and actually create some uninstallers and see which ones work best for your applications.